Hey, this is Jimmy. Who's this?
Yes. Hello, Jimmy. This is Senator Mitt Romney from the great state of Utah.
Oh, hello, Senator Romney. It's been a long time. How you doing?
Oh, Jimmy, I'm just doing fantastic. Thank you for inquiring. I appreciate that. Yes, fantastic. Very well. My wife, Ann, is just stunning these days. And last night was the State of the Union address, of course.
Oh, yeah, a very lively affair, I'm told.
Oh, quite lively, Jimmy. In fact, lively may even be a bit of an understatement.
Now, I heard you had a run-in with Representative George Santos of New York.
Yes, I suppose you could say that he and I had a bit of a tete-a-tete.
A tete-a-tete?
Yes, Jimmy, a tete-a-tete.
What's that?
I suppose you could say a run-in. That would be another way of saying it.
I see. Do you care to elaborate?
Oh, Jimmy, honestly, I barely remember it. It was so insignificant. A bit of a heated exchange, that's all. No big shakes. I mean, you'd have to jog my memory as to what was even said.
Apparently, you told him you don't belong here.
Well, because he doesn't, goddammit. Excuse me, I'm very sorry. I should not have spoken that way. But it's true. He's a fraud. He doesn't belong in Congress. End of story.
Is that so?
Well, okay, yes, here's what happened. He's leaning over the rails as the VIPs are coming down the aisles, looking to glad hand and who knows what else. Well, he and I cross paths, and I'm so overcome with disgust by the sight of this little sleaze weasel who has lied himself into Congress that I just had to tell him, you don't belong here. I said it to him, Jimmy. I said it right to his
face. Wow.
And then he gives me this little drag queen sass, gives me some guff and talk back, and I was almost like a man possessed. I did something I rarely do, which is swear.
Yeah.
I just looked at him and it said ass. I called him an ass, Jimmy. I said ass. Oh, I just said ass right now.
Yes, you did.
But honestly, I was using it more in the donkey sense, like jackass. Still no excuse. Then he says, not as big of a one as you are, which is interesting because that retort is not exactly denying that he is an ass. He said nothing along the lines of, I am not an ass. It was, you and I are both asses, but you are the larger of the two, which I found interesting.
What's your problem with Mr. Santos? Seriously.
What are you, crazy? What do you mean? He's a liar, Jimmy. And I have nothing but contempt for liars. He's lied about every conceivable thing. His family background, his ethnicity, his work history, his education, the Holocaust, 9/11, should I go on?
Yeah.
And he tricks voters and gets himself into the United States Congress, one of the most somber, venerated institutions on earth. After the whole thing, I was so steamed, I had to go cool off. So I went and sat down next to Senator Kirsten Sinema, who was dressed like Big Bird.
You see that yellow?
Yes.
Do you really think being a liar disqualifies you for being a U.S. Congresswoman, man?
Well, to that extent, certainly.
May I remind you that the somber, venerated body lied our country into the Iraq War?
Okay, Jimmy, you really need to get over that. I'm saying that as a friend.
Congressman Santos later tweeted at you a reminder that Mitt Romney will never be president.
Oh, sick burn. How will I ever recover? Look, Jimmy, let's cut to the chase. There's a wing of the Republican Party that sees me as a bit of a joke, and I understand that. I'm a goody two-shoes rhino. Well, considering who these people are, that doesn't bother me too much.
Like who?
Jimmy, do you remember Matt Schlapp?
Who?
Matt Schlapp. He runs the CPAC convention, the gathering of the creme de la creme of the conservative elites, the real far-right monkey mucks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has always made a big deal of not inviting me and making it clear that I'm not welcome in their midst, despite the fact that as a traditional Mormon, to my understanding of the word, I'm more conservative than all of these motherfuckers.
I see.
Well, what is Matt Schlapp up to now, one may wonder. This man, this married man, has been accused recently by a Herschel Walker staffer of grabbing and fondling his genitals after a night of drinking. How conservative.
My goodness.
I'll say. So old Matt is facing some lawsuits and other problems at the moment. But that isn't stopping him from moving forward with CPAC, which will be held this year, March 1st through 4th, at the Gaylord Resort and Convention Center in Maryland.
No.
Oh, yes. It's at the Gaylord.
Such a child. That's such a child. Senator Romney, you can't make jokes like that anymore.
Oh, don't worry. These aren't jokes. The following is simply a string of facts. A man who has been accused of grabbing male genitalia, whose name is Schlapp, which coincidentally is exactly the sound it makes when you grab male genitalia suddenly, is hosting a convention at the Gaylord. All true, can't get in trouble. Schlapp.
Are you serious?
Yes. So I am perfectly fine with being excluded from the Gaylord wing of the Republican Party because they're right. We don't have much in common. But George Santos, or whatever his name really is, I have a feeling will fit in quite well there for however long he is allowed to remain in politics. They will welcome him with open arms, I'm sure.
Right, okay.
So they can have a gay old Mitt Romney free time over there at the Gaylord. Matt Schlapp, George Santos, Matt Gaetz, and the Cuban man he adopted as a teenager. I've never personally had a room at the Gaylord myself, so I don't know how big the closets are.
Jesus
but I hope
Christ.
for their sake.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Senator Romney.
They're big, is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I hope they're big closets.
Okay.
Roomy closets.
We should probably go here.
Okie dokie. I'll let you go, Jim. But let me know if you find anyone else out there who wants to talk shit about Mitt. Do any of you little fucking bitches out there want to talk some shit about Mitt? Because I will fuck you up. I will get you a room at the Gaylord. Hello? Anybody? I didn't fucking think so.
Hey, everybody, we're doing live stand-up comedy. We're going to Tempe, Palm Springs, Milwaukee, Nashville, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, New York, Cohost, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, and Washington, D.C. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.